You know, they're getting top-notch sparring by the Cobra, Charles Haywood. You know, he's a light heavyweight. Damian Allen, my little cousin, and Ray. You know, we've been down here putting in work. We're ready to bring this world title home, man.
And what do you know about the guy you're fighting?
Well, we know this guy. He has a somewhat big right hand, but you know, at the end of the day, this guy ain't fought nobody like Hammer and Hank, so that right hand, it ain't gonna exist.
When this is for your NABF title, right?
My NABF title is a title eliminated. After this, I fight for the WBC world title. Like, we working hard, we doing everything we gotta do. You know, with us, we leave all with it out the door. What if we would have did this? What if we would have did that? Hammer and Hank don't play like that, you know what I mean? You know, we put our title on the line, we go into someone's hometown and fight. We ready at any given time.
You have a great reputation as a hot young prospect, and moving into the contender area. You're also a super crowd pleaser. Your fights tend to be exciting. What do you have to say about that? I mean,
well, I put it like this. Every time I step in the ring, I do it for my kids. Like, at the end of the day, I don't worry about Hammer and Hank Lundy. I put everything on the line for my kids. That's my bread and butter. So. I mean, as long as I got my girls and my son to take care of, I'm gonna do anything I got to do to make sure they be in college. Growing up, I didn't have all that, so I'm making sure I pave a way for my kids. It's all about my kids at the end of the day. I don't care about me.
How many kids do you have?
Altogether, I got 5. 1 boy and all girls.
I saw that picture you tweeted or something. Yeah, they were all holding your belts and everything.
Like I said, at the end of the day, all them belts I have, my 4 titles, they my daughter belts. It's time for me to go get a belt for me and my son.
So the fight, it's pretty familiar territory. You fight up in New England a lot. You fight at Foxwoods this time.
Yeah.
You received really well up there.
You know what? Sometimes you got to miss the crowd. But like I say, after you've been to a Hammer and Hank show, if you ain't a big fan of mine, you won't leave a big fan of Hammer and Hank.
No, that's for sure. I mean, the last fight you had was absolutely thrilling. The last couple you had, you're in for a good fight. People watch you. Is it something do you get that kind of response from the fans?
Yes, but first and foremost, that's the hard work and dedication I put in. David Diaz, 36 wins, 2 losses. Last fight was against Pacquiao, and Pacquiao took him 9 rounds. I knocked him out in 6. Like I tell people, it ain't how the fight starts.
Now, you also do a lot, like, on Twitter. You talk a lot of your, like, as a guy who follows boxing, it's a cool time to do it because we get to get all these inside, tidbits of all these fighters, see what you're doing during the day. You go out to dinner, I get to see your plate. You take a picture. Is that something that you use to market yourself?
Well, at the end of the day, us fighters forget that our fans are making who we are today. So, half of the time I like to give, most of my fans an insight on what Hammer and Hank life is about. And like I appreciate my fans out there for making me Hammer and Hank. I do it for y'all too.
No. And what about, you have this, you say on Twitter a lot, you got this alter ego, this mad boxer. Like, what's the story? Like, you're kind of a crazy guy, I know, but it's like, what's the story with mad boxer?
Well, the mad boxer is basically, most of these guys in the boxing game, they scared to speak their mind. And the mad boxer is a way for me to vent without getting in trouble. So, you see me on Twitter going hard, I always put mad boxer in the back because I'm letting you know I'm also training for a fight. I'm mad right now, but the mad boxer is me venting and in a way not to get in trouble for it.
Now you guys have gone back and forth a little bit in the press.
Yes.
You and Williams.
Yes.
Is that something that's fun for you, or is it just like, what does it do?
Well, at the end of the day, like I tell these guys, man, like that's what I do. The great Muhammad Ali was great at getting in your head. And most of the guys, they try to flip the table and put it on me and see how it works. But, I'm hip to the game and I know the game, so it don't bother me. But I know at the end of the day, this guy's scared of me. He's scared. Promoters doing talking, everything I say, Hammer and Hank say itself, and I do.
Hank, he said a couple times that he's just going to let you talk all you want and he's going to talk in the ring. Do you think you have gotten to him? Or?
I got to him already. There's a couple people that I know. He talking about I can't fight in the inside. Little do you know, I'm spectacular in the inside. It's just nobody has the balls to step in there and come in the inside to it. So if you want to keep it on the outside, I'm going to box your brain off. If you want to come in the inside, I'm going to beat you that way too. Hammer and Hank is not one-dimensional. Like I told him, I hope you got 6 or 7, maybe 10 guys that emulate Hammer and Hank.
Do you expect, like, how will you approach the fight? Like, you'll go in, not giving away any secrets, but like, how you gonna fight?
Well, you know,
how you gonna let it play out?
Hammer and Hank, what I do, I don't care who you are, where you from, I judge the fighters. You know what I mean? When I get in the ring, I'm not looking for one specific thing. True and real fighters adjust to anything in front of them, and that's what I do. I don't watch no tape. My coach and them got that. What I go in there and do, I adjust and break them down and get them out of there.
So you just go in, you'll feel him a little bit, see how he comes at you. Or will you jump right in?
Well, it ain't no filling out. You know, all the filling out process is in the training camp when you spawn 4 or 5 or 6 guys. I'm not going to fill him out. I'm going to break him down, I'm going to take him in deep waters, and I'm going to drown him. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
You got an exact prediction for it?
What you like?
You got a prediction for it?
Well, you know what? I'm going in there to do what I got to do first and foremost. I'm a boxing. The knockout come.
Now, is this, I know you're a South Philly guy, right?
Yes, yes.
I see it Schuler's a lot, but is this your home gym?
This is my home. Mary Anderson is where, you know, I came up at. I started here since an amateur. You know, this is my home right here. South Philly, born and raised.
Yeah. And how about your trainers? Who's this guy here?
That's Ryan McCoy. You know, Sloan Harrison had to step out. We also have Mike Cavani, and Ryan McCoy is a new addition to our squad. Then we had Charles Haywood, also known as the top stool man in the business. That's my #1 stool man.
So you and Sloan aren't, he's not with you anymore?
Sloan is still with me. Sloan had to run out and take care of some business.
Oh, okay.
Sloan is the chief in the corner.
And what about, I know you're going back and forth with, you know, promoters and managers and stuff like that.
Well, no, I have one promoter, and that's Jimmy Burfield. Jimmy Burfield been with me since day one. You know, me and Jimmy, we have a good relationship. After this, we talking about co-promoting and starting some shows for Hammer and Hank, where I can grab some talent from Philadelphia and start doing my own show. But I've been with Jimmy since day one, you know what I mean? A good guy, you know. I've been on TV. What more, you know what I mean? The proof is in the pudding. Like, he put me in the fire, and I go and do everything I got to do.
And this will be your 4th or 5th time on ESPN, right?
Exactly. TV fighter. If there's no TV, there's no Hank Lundy.
Do you get more excited to fight on TV? You put on better performance?
Oh, well, you know what? You know, I'm a TV fighter. You know what I mean? Without TV, there's no Hank Lundy. So, you know, at the end of the day, I don't feel no pressure because I've been down on national TV. You know what I mean? Been hurt on national TV. I'm going to go and do what I got to do, and that's perform.
So you're going to win this fight. It's an eliminator. Then what do you think? You think you'll bounce right into the title shot?
Well, after this, it's a title eliminator for the WBC World title. I was supposed to fight DeMarco for the WBC World title in April, but they okayed the fight. Then after that, they said they didn't want to fight me. So Hammer and Hank running up from nobody. Any guy they put in front of me, I fought him.
Have you had some problems getting people into the ring? Do you feel you've been avoided?
Well, exactly. Like, you know, I got one loss, and it's supposed to have been by knockout, but everybody seen what I could do and seen it for themselves. But, you know, me thinking that I got a loss, that these guys will step up and fight me. It's a complete opposite. Nobody wants to fight me. And I've been taking on any and everybody they put in front of me. So I feel as though the champs should do the same thing. But after this fight, there's no more running. I'll be #1 in the WBC and the fight for the WBC. So it ain't no more running. It's all business after this.
You know, I'm a big fan of yours. I support all the Philly guys. You can't help but be a Lundy fan. Are you going to make me nervous in this fight? Am I going to be sucking my breath in?
You know what, man? Like I said, this guy, you never underestimate anybody, but this guy, he hasn't fought the level of competition I fought. And, you know, he got 1-2. His trainer is Jack Love. I'm going to break it down to you. Kelly Pavick was with Jack Love. Kelly Pavick had a big right hand. This guy got a big right hand. Okay, Bernard fought Kelly Pavick. What did Bernard do to Kelly Pavick? Destroy him. And the same thing is going to repeat itself. History is going to repeat itself again. But this time at lightweight.
Cool.
Have you made any adjustments since the Molina or the Diaz fight, to keep from getting stunned anymore, or is it kind of like you're Hank Lundy, this is how you roll?
Well, you know, with me now, you know, I'm a veteran in the game. More picking shots, more settling down. And when I hit you, you'll know you've been hit. It ain't just throwing punches and throw punches no more. I know I got 12 or 10 rounds in me, but it's actually just setting the guy up and getting him out of there. You know, it's more me coming into my pro status now. I already know my identity. It's time to start getting a lot of knockouts and getting these guys out of here.
Are there sort of fights on the horizon? Obviously, you're looking for the eliminator and the title shot. But you know, you're in a good weight class, and you have dream fights. You close your eyes at night, you think, man, I want this guy.
Well, you know what? I want that top guy at 135. We got Marquez on the food chain. He's the top guy. I called out Guerrero. Guerrero didn't respond to me. Like, what more did I got to do? Give me Marquez, and after this, we move up to 140, and we beat everybody at 140. Like I said, once again, you give me some of these guys at 147. You know what I mean? I'm the real deal. Ain't no sugarcoat or no bull crap or nothing. I'm the real deal. I'm the real McCoy.
Cool. What other Philly fighters do you like? Do you follow?
First and foremost, you got my boy Danny Garcia. You know, me and him good friends. Mike Jones. There's a whole bunch of them that I came up with. You know, I'm a fan of theirs too, just like they're a fan of mine. You know, we here putting Philly on the map again. We had some great legends. It's our time, and what we're trying to do right now is put Philly back on the map once again. That's the thing.
Those are the two guys I was going to ask you. I'm a history guy, so super exciting because this is your time. Exactly what you said. You think Danny's going to do okay against?
But you know what? I'm praying that he go out there and take care of business. That way, it won't just be one champ that Philly talking about. I want all three of us to go out there and win world titles, and then we come back, have our own, you know, have a big parade, and let Philly know that we did it. We ain't playing. We here to stay.
Very good.
Anything else you want to say to fans, Hank? To anybody else?
Y'all know how I ended. Hammer and Hank coming to a city in town near you. It's Hammer time. Like that.